Sup guys, Juggalo23451, and today we did hit 500 subscribers, which is awesome. So that means I'm going to be doing the giveaway for a Steam game very soon. I just have to wait till I get paid from my job because it's coming out of my pocket. I'm not getting sponsored by giving this away. It's all coming out of my pocket, so please bear with me. This video, you can watch it, you don't have to, but this is a little video background on how I became interested in computers, why I started my YouTube channel, and all that fun stuff. I guess I got really interested in computers, I would say, probably when I was in the 15, 16-year-old range. I wanted to build a computer because at the time Tech TV was on. Now G4 is absolutely trash. It was like if you're a 15-year-old kid, yeah, it's a great, uh, I guess, channel, but I think it's crap. I think they should have stayed with Tech TV because Tech TV, even though it had a selective audience, it was something that helped out a lot of people, like with screensavers, like First Call or On Call with Chris Perillo. Um, I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but that's really, really long time ago. Really, really long. Um, but basically, I wasn't able to make my first computer until I got out of the military. I was in the Navy for 4 years, October 2004 to October 2008, and this is a picture of me when I was in the Navy, STG 3, and basically the STG is Sonar Technician Surface, and then the 3 is Petty Officer 3rd Class. So I achieved the ranking of Petty Officer 3rd Class before I got out, and I got a whole bunch of ribbons like 9mm Sharpshooter, Global War on Terrorism, National Defense, which you pretty much get automatically. I call it the McDonald's ribbon, and a couple other ribbons as well. I'm not going to get really into detail into that. While I was in the military, as I said before, I did get a Petty Officer 3rd Class, and here is the documentation right here showing that I did take like the indoctrination, guess you want to call it, and that's my award right here. And then I also got a NAM, or Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal, when I was in the military. And basically, I was told I was the youngest person on the ship to ever get this. When they say youngest, they mean like being 3rd class or whatever, which I find sort of peculiar because I see a lot of 3rd classes on base at the time that had NAMs and all that stuff, but I probably was in a little under than them, and they were in a lot longer. What my YouTube channel was really geared for was traveling, with me being in the military, but that was a complete fluke. Being stationed in Japan for a year and a half, basically there's no way for me to upload videos if I'm gone 265 days out of the year. There's no way I could really upload videos, given, granted, I was only limited to, they call it like the Sailor's Lounge, where they have free internet, but that free internet really sucked balls, needless to say. Bandwidth was horrible. Just trying to do web chat with my family was hit or miss. So I pretty much said, screw that, it's not going to work for my YouTube channel. So when I got out of the military, I decided to make my YouTube channel a computer channel, obviously. And when I got out of the military, I made my first computer build. It was a 780i for the win, motherboard by EVGA, and then for the processor, I have no idea. I bet you might be able to find out in my older videos that I put, like, it says like first computer ever built. And so after that computer build, I joined overclock.net, and I got really interested in water cooling, and that's where my channel, I think, exceeds other channels when it comes to modding and everything, because I'm more or less solely into water cooling and modding. More so water cooling than modding, but I know how to do it. It's not that hard. Um, so I joined overclock.net. I really got into water cooling. That's something that really sparked my interest. I tried to learn as much as possible online, overclock.net, different computer forums, and all that stuff. So within, I would say, probably 1 year of me joining, maybe a little under, I became water cooling editor for overclock.net in 2009, I think. So I'm going on almost 2 years now being a water cooling editor, and as you can tell, as being editor, I've tried to put the initiative in making how to water cool your computer, the basics of water cooling components, and all that fun stuff. And I try to continue to do so and put out information out there as I retain it, as I learn it, as I learn new products are coming out. For example, the coolant reservoir. I think I was like the second person to get one to upload it on YouTube compared to everybody else. So that's what I got. And then I think I'm the only person, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that's running two MCP 35Xs in series with this pump configuration that I have with the coolant reservoir. I try to help as many people as I can. That's what I'm here for. I don't charge for my advice, I'm putting it out here for free to help you guys out. I've had several thank yous, compliments from people. If you need help with water cooling, say for example on overclock.net, just go ahead and hit me up via AIM, MSN, Skype, whatever other messengers out there, and I might have it except for like ICQ, and I would help you individually. And that's what I did before I became water cooling editor. I helped people individually and basically told the parts for their needs and what they would need and what the differences are and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know if this video might be a little backtracking and all that stuff, but whatever. My first water cooling project, if you didn't know, was the Cosmos S. That's in my videos. And I got everything right, except I mounted the heat killer wrong. It was more or less the nozzles were here. This is like the inlet and the outlet, when actually it should be like this. And more or less you're supposed to read heat killer at the top and then 3.0 at the bottom, or vice versa. So that's how the heat killer is supposed to be mounted. That's how you're going to get the best temperatures. So yeah, and then I proceeded to water cool my fiance's computer case. As you can tell there, I got really into modding and all that stuff. But before I did the half 932, I actually tried to do the NZXT Tempest build. That's where I tore down the chassis, painted it black, inside painted it green, outside did a Transformers emblem on the side. But more or less that was a complete fail, because I didn't have the tools necessary to raise the I guess you would call it the top of the case or whatever, where they had the fans, and that's where I mounted the rad, was at the top. But I was having clearance issues, so I went out and got a half 932 case, and that's where I started making my how to do water cooling, because I got a lot of requests. It was absolutely ridiculous on how many requests, but I'm glad I did it. I think it's probably 2,000 views or more for that water cooling video. I guess you want to call it segments, because it's in like 4 sections. Because at the time I didn't combine my videos, I did it separate, because they're roughly 5 to 10 minutes long, and I don't think someone wants to sit at a computer for a half an hour or even 25 minutes and see me mess with water cooling. I'd rather do it in segments so they can go ahead and say, okay, I watched the first section, now get a drink, whatever, come back, and if I want to watch the rest of them, go ahead and do that. And you can tell I got better at water cooling. I got better with the layout and how everything worked. And then next was my TH10 build, which I'm doing right now currently. I'm still working on that, as you guys know. And more or less it is, I would say 95%, as I said before. And with this water cooling setup, you can tell I really know what I'm doing. Like, I'm more or less, I would call myself a water cooling guru or close to an expert, but not quite. So I'm still learning stuff, you know. You're never stop learning anything you're interested in. I think the day that you stop learning is the day that you stop dying inside. So for me, every day I try to learn something new about computers, whether it be how to make your SSD faster, or, you know, how to update the firmware on your SSD drive. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, but, you know, when I read in that, make sure I'm doing it right. And that's what I did with my 128 gig SSD drive by Crucial, and it's a C300 series. So that's pretty much in a nutshell where I'm from, or where I come from. I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia originally, and I moved out here to Colorado to be with my girlfriend at the time, now fiance. And so that's pretty much it. I've been doing videos, been trying to make guides, and just try to help people out. Put the information out there. The information is out there. I'm just waiting, I should say, for you guys to take that information and more or less digest it, and then be able to reproduce what I'm doing. So if you are watching this video up to this point, I really appreciate it. As again, I appreciate all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. Because of you guys, I wrote in a little blog, because of you guys I am now a YouTube partner, so I really appreciate that. That's helping me out in a big way. I know I can't make it big in YouTube yet, but if I do eventually, that'll be completely awesome. Eventually I would like to do computer builds for customers and everything, probably charge a small fee to build it. More or less geared towards water cooling, and how I would do the water cooling setup is more or less, I can do it, I guess, two ways. One way would be more expensive than the other shipping wise. First way is I hook everything up for you, and preferably if you use a 1/2-inch barb 7/16 tubing with some clamps, even though you really don't have to, but I suggest it if you're a water cooling beginner. Or use compression fittings. That's even better but more expensive route. And what I would do, if you wanted me to set up everything, I would put the water in, I would install everything, leak test, ship it out. Now the only thing is, adding water to a computer with the reservoir and all that stuff, that's going to add weight to your computer. Second part would be, or the second, I guess, option you want to call it, I would set up the water cooling for you, make sure everything is tight and fit, and I would have you do the leak test. All you would have to do is just fill it up, let it the air bubbles, and call it good. So I'm really debating if I want to do the customer builds. I really want to do that to get my hands on different computer cases that I never experienced with, or, you know, get more experience. That's pretty much what I want to do. But granted, I am not made of money, even though a lot of people think I am. I would love to do that. I would love to do a P67 water cooling build. I would love to do a Ivy Bridge that's coming out. And, you know, but granted, you know, I already upgraded my computer pretty much to the fullest extent that I see fit. I have two GTX 590s. I see no reason to upgrade for a while, even though I'm probably going to get that upgrading itch when the Kepler GPUs come out by NVIDIA. But I guess that's it. Once again, thank you guys, and as always, comment, subscribe, rate this video, and you guys have a great day. Bye.